Good evening, students. Let us discuss phrase structure rules. In previous video, we had already discussed that what's the phrase. Phrase is a group of words which cannot stand alone, or phrase is a group of words which does not have subject and verb, right? So let us see what are the rules of phrase structure. Phrase structure rules specify the well formed structure of a sentence. So what are the rules we are going to see, but which specify well formed structures of a sentence. How phrase are formed is governed by rules. So how phrase will be formed, which will be governed by the rules. Phrase structure rules. A tree must a tree must match the phrase structure rules to be grammatical. Very important point. A tree must match the phrase structure means if you are making tree this way, that's a noun phrase, verb phrase, right? So that at last that's a tree must match, this tree must match with the phrase structure rules to be grammatical, right? Now in ordinary sentence is divided into uh, two phrases, noun phrase, verb phrase. Then noun phrase means head word is noun, verb phrase head word is verb, prepositional phrase head word is preposition, and then another phrase is noun phrase. So that's the ordinary sentence which contains noun phrase, verb phrase. In noun phrase, noun is very important, verb phrase, verb is had, and prepositional phrase, preposition is head word, and noun phrase also, preposition phrase contains noun phrase also, right? Now for example, a noun phrase can be an article followed by noun, right? So in noun phrase, there may be article which is followed by noun. Article is the and noun is bus, right? So that is noun phrase. That's a noun phrase which is followed by article and noun. Okay. Now a noun phrase can be an article followed by noun. An article followed by noun is noun phrase. Same thing. Noun phrase can be an article followed by article which is followed by noun, or an article followed by noun is called noun phrase. It's another way of speaking, but one and the same thing. Verb phrase, very important, is verb phrase, right? A verb phrase may be verb, maybe a verb followed by noun phrase. Important, right? A verb phrase may be a verb followed by noun phrase. Here, verb in verb phrase, verb and noun phrase, right? Which may be followed by prepositional phrase. Noun phrase, that's a noun phrase followed by prepositional phrase. The prepositional phrase may or may not be there, right? Not necessary that there will be always prepositional phrase. It may or may not be there, right? But verb phrase means verb plus noun phrase. Now in fact, the noun phrase is also optional. Sometimes even in verb phrase, noun phrase is optional, as shown in the following trees. How? This is a tree, subject, noun phrase, verb phrase, right? Noun phrase is what? But then verb phrase. We are discussing verb phrase. Verb phrase, verb is the man fled from. So that's a fled is verb. From the, this word is not clear, suppose, but from the man fled from the prison, for example. So here the man fled is verb, then this is prepositional phrase from, right, the prison. Here prison might be there. So from, then the article, and then prison is noun, right? Okay. Now here another example sentence, then noun phrase, then verb phrase, right? So then the baby slept. So that is, here you must have noticed that this is the noun phrase where article is there, right? The baby. The baby. But verb phrase, simple, just one word, verb. That is called verb phrase, right? Now, a verb phrase consisting of verb plus prepositional phrase. This is verb phrase, verb plus prepositional phrase, right? So that is there. Now, other rules of English that are evident are subject plus noun place plus verb place, and then prepositional phrase, preposition and noun phrase. Now, growing trees, the relationship between phrase structure. So that phrase structure, noun phrase and verb phrase, their relation. Rule, what rule says? Rules and phrases structure trees, right? So what the relationship between phrase structure means, noun phrase and verb phrase, what the relationship, okay? So that is there, which is already discussed. Now that's a verb phrase. In verb phrase, now verb phrase, verb, noun, verb phrase, verb, noun, and prepositional phrase. How? This is verb, this is noun phrase, this is prepositional phrase, but this is sub branches of verb phrase, okay? Similarly, prepositional phrase, here prepositional phrase, preposition and noun phrase. There are 4 rules of verb phrase that abbreviated by parenthesis. Parenthesis means extra information. So there are 4 rules of verb phrase, right? 4 rules of verb phrase. Verb phrase, verb, single verb, right? Or verb and noun phrase, right? And that is abbreviated by parenthesis. Let us see. These are the parentheses, means extra information. Verb phrase, verb, and prepositional phrase, verb phrase, verb, noun phrase, and prepositional phrase. So verb phrase may have verb and prepositional phrase, verb phrase may have verb, noun phrase, and prepositional phrase, okay? Now in prepositional phrase, structure rules, there are 2 phrase structure rules. There are 2 immediate constituents, right? What are they? Phrasal categories and lexical categories. The categories, phrasal categories, the categories that occur to the left of the arrow, right, in a phrase structure rules. So the categories, phrasal categories that occur to the left of the arrow, and lexical, the categories that never occur on the left side of. Let's see what, any rule. Phrase structure trees always have lexical categories at the bottom, since the rule must apply until no phrasal categories remain unexpended. The lexical categories are traditionally called parts of speech, include articles, noun, phrase, etc. Right? So what they are saying that in phrase structure rules there are 2 immediate constituents, phrasal categories and lexical categories. Phrasal categories, categories that occur to the left of the arrow in a phrase structure rule, and that is never occurred left side, right? Occur on the left side. Lexical categories. Okay, now tree that won't grow. The following word sequences and their corresponding structure could not constitute English sentences. For example, the man saw a buffalo. The man saw a buffalo. Here, what they are saying that the following word sequences are their corresponding structure could not constitute English sentences. Lack of, so that seems, that is one. This is not English sentence, this is not English sentence. Why? Because in every sentence verb phrase and noun phrase is required. So that is noun phrase, then verb phrase is required. So this is noun phrase, this is verb phrase, but they should be joined, then only this is the sentence. So one, either noun phrase or either verb phrase cannot do, right? That is not sentence. Okay, now the saw a buffalo, the man, so that's a NP and VP in wrong order. Saw a buffalo, article, and then the man, so that's not making complete sense. Okay, now these sentence would not accept as well formed English sentence except where some context allowed them. Example, this sentence might be in answer to question who saw a buffalo. Answer, the man saw a buffalo, but the man. But the basic pattern underlying all these is noun phrase and verb phrase. Overall, we can say that what rules says that one of the rules says that uh, that in every sentence noun phrase and verb phrase must be there, right? Yes, it may be answer that who saw a buffalo, then answer the man. That is just noun phrase, but then basic pattern is sentence and noun phrase. Sentence is always made with the first two branches are beginning branches are noun phrase and verb phrase in a sentence. Okay, now more phrase structure rules. There are sentences of English whose structure is not accounted by phrase structure rules given so far, including. So there are sentence of English whose structure is not accounted by phrase structure rules given so far. So whatever the rules given above, here some more rules are there. For example, the man with the head smile, right? So here actually the man smiled, it can be like this. So with the head, that is extra parenthetical. So how it is categorized, that's a noun phrase verb phrase, right? Noun phrase verb phrase. And what is noun? Noun is the man, right? Then prepositional phrase is a part of noun phrase, right? Because the verb phrase is single, this one, but the man with, this is prepositional phrase with the head. So here with, then again with the head here. This one is with preposition, the head, noun phrase, and smile. Okay, so noun phrase is more than just one article followed by a noun, right? What noun phrase is more than just one article followed by a noun, right? So noun phrase is followed by a noun. The noun phrase rule stated earlier cannot account for, since the noun is modified by the prepositional phrase. So that is new information. Why? Because here another rule is saying that noun is modified by prepositional phrase with here. And earlier what we understand, what we discussed, that noun phrase means, that's a noun phrase means that's a article or determiner, same thing, and then noun. But here they are adding one more thing, that noun is modified by prepositional phrase here with. So that's a prepositional phrase, right? With the head, that's a with, then in prepositional phrase the head, this way. Okay, Now, a large fierce black dog. So that's a large fierce black dog. A black dog, we can say that a black dog looked out the window, right? But this is large fierce extra. So other node is there. What? Sentence, noun phrase, verb phrase, then the large fierce black dog. So number of adjective. However, these adjectives are adverbs, actually adverbs. This is also adverb and this is adjective, because in a sentence one adjective is there and rest of the adjective convert into adverb, because adverb qualify adjective also. So these adverbs are, the large and fair are adverbs, not adjective. Okay, so you can show here adjective. Now that is looked out the window, that's a prepositional phrase, right? Prepositional phrase. This is verb phrase, and in verb phrase noun phrase is there. That's a, actually this way, right? That's a verb phrase, verb is dropped, then prepositional phrase, prepositional will be dropped. And you must have noticed that they are not talking about out. Where is out? What the status of out? Actually out is particle. Particle means the any word which does not part of speech, but grammatically which is used here, grammatical function it has, that is called particle. So out is particle here, right? Okay. The tree indicates the need to change the NP rule to contain optional. That is, the tree indicates the need to change the NP rule to contain optional. Why? Because NP rule is what? That's a article or determiner and noun. But then optional, why? Because adjective is also there, right? What? Noun phrase, article, noun, and prepositional means 0 or 1. So that can be 0 means sometime prepositional phrase will be there in noun phrase, sometime it is not, right? Okay. Now, an infinite number noun phrase rules, including an infinite number, right? So what is the noun phrase rules? Infinite. For example, in finite, what's a noun phrase? Noun phrase, simple as noun phrase means now article and noun. Then in all the cases, the cat, the big cat, right? So that's a the is common, right? That is article. So in noun phrase article is common, but further we say that that's a cat. So cat is noun, here noun. So what is common? First and last, right? So the this is and this is, right? This is somewhat common, right? Okay, here cat. Okay, now, but what is uncommon? Noun phrase means article and noun. Noun phrase is article and noun, but here big is adjective. Then noun phrase is article noun, but these are, so actually this is adverb. Big is adverb, because two adjective cannot be used in a sentence. So it's a big is adjective, right? Adverb. Big black cat. Okay. Then here, that is, so this is actually adverb. Okay. Now that, then last sentence here article, and then this is noun, and these are two not adjective. All these two become adverb, adverb, right? Adverb. This is adjective. Shaggy is adjective, because one adjective is used in a sentence and other adjectives convert into adverb, right? So this is somewhat the big definition of noun phrase, right? So these are the where noun phrase can have article and noun is no doubt, it's compulsory, but in the beginning adjective phrase can be there or adverbial phrase can also be there. Now head of the phrases. What are the heads of the phrases? Head of the phrases, So that's the summarize of all phrase structure rules for the grammar of English. So that is what's the head, that is sentence, noun phrase, verb phrase. Noun phrase, uh, article, adjective may or may not be there. Then noun, and noun is with noun sometime prepositional phrase. Then verb phrase means verb is necessary. Then noun phrase, and here also prepositional phrase may be there. And in preposition phrase, preposition and noun phrase, right? So that is many generalization about English are contained in these rules. Put more succinctly, X phrase always contain of X where, okay. So that is, and the X of an X phrase is called head of the phrase. Head of the phrase, we know that as noun and all, right? So that is something about noun phrase. Thank you so much. God bless you.